You're watching Sports Icons. Subscribe. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Champ.
Now, see, one of the reasons why I've said that Eddie Hearn has a very good chance of taking over boxing in the US isn't because it's some kind of fanboyism, not at all. Because I know firsthand, as people here in the UK do as well, that Eddie Hearn puts on an event, an entire show, from top to bottom. Not always, he does put on some pretty below par, shall we say, at times. But that, again, is a lot of it because we kind of hold him to a certain standard where he has produced very good show after very good show. So therefore, when he dips a little bit, it's a bit of a criticism, right? And I've always said that in America, they've got so many quality fighters. The trouble is, they don't always fight each other. And they will all be on kind of like the same card, or a bunch will be on the same card, but never quite against each other. And I know a lot of it is because PBC, especially PBC, they will put on a pretty good main event and the rest of the card is just filler. And the filler is like when you go out and you buy yourself, you buy your kids a great main present for Christmas or birthday, and you kind of look at it and think, but I've only got like 1 or 2 bits here, even though I've spent an absolute fortune, but we need to fill up under that Christmas tree, right? So they walk downstairs, Santa Claus gets all the damn praise, of course, so you run out to the damn pound shop and Woolworths or wherever and get loads of sweets and get loads of little junky toys that they're never ever going to play with, and you know that you're going to be giving them down to the charity shop in about a week or 2 anyway, but you do it just for effect. And that's pretty much what the PBC do, where they put on a headliner and the rest is stocking filler. Okay, so anyway, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, pretty much almost the entire undercard is now announced. And while there's a lot of interesting fighters on there, the fights that they're in, not so much. They could have done so much better, and I have no reason to think why they didn't do it. I really don't. Well, I say I don't. I know that they have so many dates that they have to have a world champion in. So they tend to keep the champions apart rather than against each other. Their own fighters apart. It's a bit of a contradiction, as it did have Adam Kownacki versus Charles Martin in a very good fight. That should tell the PBC you need to continue with that trend. And I wish PBC all the luck in the world. I hope that they and Top Rank put on great shows, because the better they do, the more Golden Boy and Eddie Hearn on DAZN have to do to catch up and overtake, and whatever the case may be. So this whole Wilder and Tyson Fury undercard, let's start off with Isaac Lowe. He's 15-0 with 3 draws, and he's going to be taking on Christian Palmer, 29 wins and 10 defeats. So this is you would probably think a win for Isaac Lowe, right? You probably think that. Now, Chris Arreola is also going to be on the card with an opponent yet to be announced. Luis Ortiz is on the card, and he's going to be taking on Travis Kaufman. Okay, it'd be good to see Luis Ortiz. Travis Kaufman, not so much. He's alright, but it's not the kind of fight that you really want to see. Especially when Luis Ortiz was offered the opportunity to fight Dillian Whyte on December 22nd as a headliner, but he asked for a crazy amount of money. He wanted more money that was actually in the kitty for the event, allegedly at least anyway, and decided that he wants to be a mid-card fighter against Travis Kaufman. Okay, Joe Joyce. I like Joe Joyce. I wish him all the luck. Obviously, he's part of Haymaker here in the UK, so whenever he fights in the UK, he'll be promoted by Haymaker. When he's fighting in the US, promoted by Al Heyman, PBC. Okay, he's going to be taking on Joe Hanks. Now, Joe Hanks was supposed to be Luis Ortiz's last opponent before Joe Hanks had to pull out for whatever reason, which I forget now, and Luis Ortiz ended up having to fight Razvan Kajanu. So Joe Hanks is now going to be taking on Joe Joyce. And that's fine, I suppose, for Joe Joyce, as he's only had half a dozen fights himself. He is the Commonwealth heavyweight champion, and don't expect too much from him, except he has been calling out Luis Ortiz. So why doesn't Joe Joyce versus Luis Ortiz happen? Rather than Joe Joyce versus Joe Hanks, Luis Ortiz versus Travis Kaufman. Why not have Joe Joyce versus Luis Ortiz? Joe Joyce wants this one. So what's the problem? Or Joe Joyce versus Chris Arreola. That's a more interesting one than Joe Joyce versus Joe Hanks. Also on there, the unified 154-pound champion, Jarrett Hurd. Granted, he has just come back off a bit of a surgery. I don't know whether it's minor. I'm presuming it's a minor surgery. After he beat Erislandy Lara. And there was talk that he wanted, potentially in December, Kell Brook. But no, he's not getting Kell Brook, he's getting Jason Wellborn. I know Jason Wellborn very well. He's a middleweight, he's the British middleweight champion. Back-to-back wins over Tommy Langford. But he's got 6 losses on his record. And as I said, British middleweight. He's never going to go beyond that. As much as I like Jason Wellborn, and he is improving over the last year or so, but he has lost some fights that maybe you could probably argue not really a good look. But you know what? Good luck to Jason Wellborn. But as I said, he is moving down a weight division, considering he is British champion, so he's not even knocking on the door of world championship, yet he's getting a world title opportunity at a different weight class when he's not even ranked. As I said, great to see Jarrett Hurd, but why is he not unifying against Jamel Charlo? Oh yeah, because Jamel Charlo, he's going to be taking on Tony Harrison on another card. Do you see what I mean? They separate them all the time. They just don't want to put them together for whatever reason. They just don't want to do it. Why not put in a bigger offer for Kell Brook? Why does Jarrett Hurd not come over to the UK and headline against Kell Brook? Maybe Kell Brook doesn't want it. Maybe because he's looking at the Amir Khan fight. That is a real possibility. But why not Kana Islam? Very, very dangerous fighter. Why are you not fighting him? Why are you fighting a British level middleweight? And I don't want to be disrespectful to Jason Wellborn, but that's what he is. He's taken 6 losses, stopped 3 times. What chance do you give Jason Wellborn against Jarrett Hurd? Now, hey, listen, if Jason Wellborn does the unthinkable, then congratulations, I'm fully in his corner, and I hope to God that he does, as a fellow Brit. But in reality, it's not going to happen. These are just stocking fillers, is what I'm getting at. This whole event, it's not pay-per-view worthy. I mean, how much are you going to be paying for this event? What, $60 pay-per-view? Whatever it may be. That is 6 months of DAZN. World Boxing Super Series. All the Matchroom shows. All the Golden Boy shows. Plus Canelo. Plus Italian League Football. Plus Bellator. Plus whatever else damn other sports that they do. For 6 months. Well, sorry, 7 months, because the first month is for free. So you can get all that, or this one event. When the main event, Tyson Fury, being inactive for 3 years, took on Sefer Teferi and Francesco Pianetta. And now suddenly he's ready because he's lineal. Even though to win that linealship, he had to beat Vladimir Klitschko. Who did Vladimir Klitschko beat to get that? Because the original one, or the one before him, retired. Lennox Lewis. So lineal was broken. And it was broken before that, and broken before that, and broken before that. So lineal means absolutely 0 right now at heavyweight. For this to mean anything, Tyson Fury is going to have to beat Deontay Wilder and continue winning and beating the best around to be really considered the lineal champion. He is the man who beat the man in Vladimir Klitschko, but he's retired on a couple of occasions. He's been out of the ring for God knows what. He's put on how much weight? He's lost 135 pounds. That is putting Mikey Garcia on your back, or Vasyl Lomachenko, and walking around with them on your shoulders while you sleep, while you do your shopping, while you have a bath, while you're sleeping with your wife for a whole year. Imagine what that's going to be doing to your insides. That is a lot of weight to have shifted. And yet, people want to act like Tyson Fury's ready for Deontay Wilder. I hope he is. I hope he smacks Deontay Wilder around that ring. I hope he schools him. But let's be real, it really ain't going to happen, is it? So anyway, that is the entire card. I'm pretty sure there'll be a fight here or there announced. But as I said, you've got Chris Arreola, heavyweight. Joe Joyce, heavyweight. Luis Ortiz, heavyweight. 3 fighters. Why are neither of them fighting each other? Why is Jarrett Hurd taking on a British middleweight rather than somebody else? How did that opportunity even come up? And why is this even pay-per-view? Deontay Wilder never been pay-per-view before. He's had 40 fights. Tyson Fury isn't pay-per-view. So how is this even possible? But anyway, as I said, It's good to see a lot of the fighters on there. You know, I like Jason Wellborn, I like Isaac Lowe, I like Tyson Fury, and I like Joe Joyce, I like Luis Ortiz, and whatever. I just need them to fight each other for the heavyweight. This is what I mean. It's all stocking filler. And you're going to be paying $60 for this? Maybe even more. Who knows how much damn pay-per-view is going to be? I have no idea. Anyway, let's get that news out there for you all. Drop your thoughts below. Click that thumbs up. And of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.